Namaskaram, CA students, their parents, and all over India CA faculties. This video is in reference to the original momentum which has taken place in North. CA Praveen Sharma sir, CA Rajkumar sir, and there are various other faculties across India have spoken about it. We being very small in the whole industry, we are also trying to contribute our part and we are also trying to show our stand through this particular video about the reforms which are required to be taken place in the ICAI examination and paper checking mechanism. Not only ICAI examination paper checking mechanism, but to the overall course related activities. This is the right time. They should take this opportunity and they should show us that yes, they really care about the students and the future of chartered accountancy. My dear friends, since 2019, many protests has been held across India about the paper checking mechanism, because sometimes it has been found that students have written the exact answer which is there in the study material, and ICAI has not given the appropriate marks or has not even given the marks. In some of the cases, the answers are matching with suggested answers given by ICAI examination committee, but the marks which are obtained by the student are not satisfactory. Even many of my students used to call me after the paper, that's a paper went well, we have written more than 90 marks paper and we are expecting at least exemption, at not if not exemption then minimum 50 marks will be guaranteed. And when the result comes, they get 32 marks, 34 marks. Now to motivate the students, we have conducted multiple seminars, multiple lectures, and I always address them by saying that I believe and I truly believe in the sentence called ICAI will never make a non-deserving candidate to be a chartered accountant. Only a deserving candidate will pass the examination, because this is one of the toughest examination in India. And for that you have to prepare, not only prepare from your bookish knowledge, but also from the practical aspect. I believe a CA final student specifically has proper blend of theoretical as well as practical knowledge, and if that student has gone through study material, RTP, MTP, past examination questions, then I assume he has given whatever he was supposed to give, and if he has given the answer as per the requirement of ICAI, then he deserves the success. And if that is in that case, if that student fails in examination, then somewhere reforms are needed, and that's an appeal done by various faculties across India. My dear student, here I am highlighting the request letter which is framed by Praveen Sharma sir, and he has appealed already in his video. We will put the link of his video also in our description box. The link of this particular letter will also be there. We are appealing all over faculties, students, that they should write this particular letter to the ICAI. If it is possible for you to go there and physically submit the letter, great. If not, then you can send the letter through the speed post. If that is also not possible, then please at least send an email to the various authorities of ICAI. It is very important now because the momentum has taken place, the protest and the activities had started. We are not standing against the ICAI. I wanted to clarify here one more time. We wanted ICAI to take positive step so that overall the CA community, CA students and future students should get benefit out of it. In last couple of years, the approach of students toward the examination and the course is changing. Many students are not eager to join CA course just because there is no transparency in the examination process, and that's the reason certain suggestion or request are taken care in this particular this letter. And I want you people to go through the letter. You can modify the language, you can add and delete the point, but I'm going to discuss the 4 important points which is highlighted by Praveen Sharma sir. allowing the reviewing process or re-evaluation and rechecking and re-examination of a complete or part of the answer book on a payment basis. This is the first request he is putting forward, that please, in institute we don't have the rechecking and re-evaluation process. Obviously, humans are bound by the mistakes. It is possible that the checker has not given the right consideration to the answer written by the student, and henceforth if student appeals and if he feels that he has written the right answer, then it is the responsibility of ICAI to give him the second level of the opportunity to check his paper at a second level, maybe little senior level in the committee. So the process, definitely it is the freedom of ICAI to set. We are just asking, we are just requesting that there has to be a system of reviewing or re-evaluation system, that too after charging appropriate amount of fees. And if it is found that it was a mistake of the checker and not the student, then that fee should be refunded. Not only that, the result of this re-evaluation should be declared at least 45 days before upcoming examination, because many a time a student will fail at 199. It is very sad to get negative mark or to lose the attempt just by 1 or 2 marks. If there are chances of improving the marks, then it has to be. If student doesn't deserve it, then don't give it. We are not asking non-deserving student to get the marks and get good result in the attempt. We are not saying about that. We are not also asking you to increase the percentile of the passing percentile of the particular exam. We are just asking you to maintain the transparency, where somebody who wants to put an appeal, there has to be the process where he can put an appeal. Next, answer sheet to be provided to the student without any restrictive declaration from the student. You all are aware of this particular fact. If you are applying for the photocopy or the blueprint from the ICAI, that how your paper was evaluated, that paper is a secret document. You cannot share with anybody. But in reality, student shares with their faculties, students share with the parents, then friend circle. Obviously, it is getting circulated. That is kind of, you are putting a restriction, but that is not been followed. Why somebody should hide his, kind of improvements area? Now, when we share this particular paper with some of our students, that okay, see, this student has written paper like this. One of the assumption is that ICAI may not give the marks for the step, but that is not a fact. Sometimes steps marks are given. Maybe your conclusion is wrong, but your explanation above is right. So yes, partial marks will be given. We have seen that in examination pattern. And that's the reason we share the past copies with the current student for the education purpose. See, this particular paper will be checked in this manner. So please be prepared for that. And that's the reason. So why should be any restriction on sharing the paper, we don't find. Yeah, students should not take undue advantage of this. Unnecessary claim should not be put forward. I guess CS students will have that much enough maturity. And if they don't, then ICAI have full freedom to take appropriate action against those particular students. Marking scheme should be made public for the comment. Now, what is this? Once paper is taken, once examination is over, you already, ICAI must be already having the answers, the suggested answers available with them. That particular suggested answer, if that is the marking scheme, if based on that particular suggested answer, if marking system is going to be operated, then you should make it public so the student themselves can cross check. Okay, this was the question, but ICAI was expecting this and I did not write this. So there will not be fight. They know where they have gone wrong. Apart from that, if it is a mistake of ICAI, public domain, once the marking scheme is in public domain, many faculties across India, people who are working on that particular, subject day and night, they can give the recommendation. It is again freedom of ICAI whether to accept that recommendation or not, but at least there will be a chance where we can improvise the marking scheme if this particular marking scheme is made publicly available. Lastly, remove and rectify the errors in the study material. Why is it required to be done? Because sometimes we teach the answer in a logical manner. Exceptionally, I am saying ICAI is the only institute that I have seen so far with the best possible outcome of the study material with the best possible correctness. But even though we are best, even though the ICA books are the best, there is a still room for improvement. We are talking about that particular corner where improvements can be taken care, specifically on the questions which are incorrect in this study material, because sometimes there is a better method available to solve particular question. After teaching that method, we teach students, see, this is the better method, but this is the ICI method. If the same question comes in examination, you must follow the ICI method, not the method prescribed by us or not the method taught by us, because the ICI will give the mark based on their study material. But it has happened in the recent past that ICI is not even giving the marks to the answers which is prescribed by them. And that's a area where we are afraid that what exactly should be done, and that's a unclear area where ICI need to brought some clarification, some transparency is needed. And that's the reason we are appealing all the faculties, all over India faculty, they have already started. We are very much grateful for them. We are also contributing our bit in this. But students who are not writing November attempt, November student, please, you should focus on the examination. Don't look at all these videos and all. Don't imagine anything, that everything is going in the right direction. This was the process in the past, this is the process in the present. We are expecting process to be improvised in the future. So right now November student should focus on the examination, but apart from November student, everybody else should participate in this particular reform procedure. You know that there is a strength in unity, and this is the time to show that strength. With a lot of replies across India, definitely ICI will take the corrective action, and they will bring forward the appropriate amount of changes which are demanded by us or which are required by the industry. Thank you. Namaskaram.